what's going on today? This your boy Tunchi. This is YBETV. I got some good information for you. First and foremost, you can hit me up on my Gmail at 1ybetv at gmail.com and you get all types of answers to your question. This one right here, I just learned some of the ins and outs of it today. So I got to share it with my people. You know, when I learn something new, the first thing I'm going to do is come and put it out for you guys. Starting your kids a bank account. Okay, this one right here is going to be pretty goddamn dope. So make sure you take notes on this. You know what I'm saying? All right, first and foremost, when your child is about 12 years old, they can have a savings account. Or matter of fact, they can have one that's a little younger, but it will be more controlled by you. But this savings account can be for your child. Now, I got my son a savings account, and he runs his own candy business, and I make him save 20% of his earnings. That's the first thing I want you to go. And when you turn this off, you need to teach your kids that. And you need to write that down somewhere and put it in big, bold letters. Son, daughter, whenever you get paid from a job, whether you work for yourself or you work for somebody, you need to save 20% of your earnings first and tuck it away in a savings account. So you will be able to build up your reserve. What a reserve is you being able to have your expenses saved for 6 months without having any income. That's what a reserve is. So moving on. So you can do that at the age of 12. So that's a savings account. Next, when you move on to the age of 16, 16-year-old children can have a bank account, not only a savings account, they can have a checking account. Now, when you get them a checking account and a savings account, what you need to do is, especially when they're 16 years old and they start working, first and foremost, the first thing that you need to do is you need them to have 3 accounts. 3 accounts, just like you should have. Anybody that's working or doing anything should have at least 3 bank accounts. Let me explain to you why. You need to have a savings account. Of course, you need to pay yourself first. Secondly, you need to have a pocket account, nicknamed your pocket account, where you could buy all your little zams and whatever you want to buy with your pocket account. And last but not least, you need a bill account, which that's where your budget comes in at. I'm going to do a quick budget for you real fast. What you can do is, for your bills, you add up every expense you got for the month, every fixed cost, which means these costs don't change, and you could use like even the variable costs like gas and light and all those things. Those are not fixed costs because they change, but you could do a rough estimate. Always overestimate so it won't be under. Like for your gas bill. If your gas bill high in this day and low in this day, you could say $250 a month will be your light bill. I mean your gas bill or whatnot. And you add up all your bills. You add all those things up and you divide it by the frequency that you get paid. So let's just say if you get paid every week, every 2 weeks, that would be bi-weekly or weekly, which is 2 weeks, bi-weekly, weekly is 1 week, of course. So now you got your frequency down. So you're going to divide whatever that number is. So let's just say all my bills come up to $1,000 and I get paid every other week. That means that I'm going to divide it by 2 because I get paid twice a month, except on those special months when I get 3 paychecks, which would be all, money you could save and spend. You can just split that in half, spend half of it, save half of it. You can do it real easy because it won't be necessary to spend no bills out of it. It will be a free check. I call those free checks. Okay, moving on. So you got those squared away within your budget. And these are the things that you're going to teach your child. Like, listen, baby, you don't got a lot of bills and you work at McDonald's. So what you're going to do is you're going to add up your cell phone bill. You're going to add up your hairstyling bill. And you're going to add up your car insurance. So when they add all 3 of those up, it comes up to $300 a month. You're going to say, okay, well, you get paid every other week. That's going to be $150 every 2 weeks has to go into your bill account. Okay, so they be like, okay, well, my check be about $398. So you got $150. So you got another $198, if I'm not mistaken. I'm doing math fast. So you got another $198. You say, okay, now you need to save 20% of that money off the top. So if it was $300, let's just say $400, 20% would be $80. So she needs to take that $80 and put that into her savings account. So that leaves her with $120 to do whatever with. She can go put it on her hair. She can go put it on her neck. She can do whatever with it that she wants. So at the end of the day, you show your children those three things. You show them to save 20% of their income, have 3 bank accounts. You show them to save, to put money in a bill account, money in a pocket account. That way, they will never ever have to go through life and say, well, I got to pay this bill. The money will always be there. Whenever this bill comes up, they just write a check. It will always be an abundance of money in their bill account, because every time they get paid, they're putting the money in there, and it's not necessarily ready to come out. So when the phone bill comes up and they write that check for $50, they got $173 in there already, just sitting from the last time they paid it. So they pay that comes out, and then by the time they get paid again, they put more money in. So whenever the bill's coming, they just shelling it out and putting more money in, shelling it out. And it always ended up balancing out at zero, but you're always ahead of all the curves of your bills. So with that being said, that's the best way to go about it. Sorry about that. That's the best way to go about it. These are the rules. I'm going to go over it this last time before I go. This is the rule. Sorry. Start your kids off a bank account. At 12, it could be a savings account. At 14, they can have a checking and savings account. The correct amount of bank accounts for anybody is 3 bank accounts. Checking for bills, checking for your pocket, and saving for yourself. Save 20% of your income. And I did that backwards before. You save first. Whatever that check is, you save 20% of that check. Save that 20%, put that in the savings account. Make sure you take your bills out, divide it by the frequency that you get paid, put the bill money in your bill account, and last but not least, take your regular money for your pocket, put it in your pocket account, and let them run wild with it. Just let them know, after you spend that money out your pocket, ain't no going into the savings, because the savings got to be saved. You already know what it is. It's your boy Tunchi, and start them baby some bank accounts. You already know. If you know, ain't no excuses now. You already know what it is. It's your boy Tunchi. If you don't want to end up in a box, outside of it.
Drug dealing and killing is going on in my town. It don't take a killer to kill or a driller to drill. See, just being yourself is the definition of real.